Hi guys, so today we're back on the workshop series for the Losi DBXL. Episode 5, we're going to look at the wheel bearings, show you how to remove them from the fronts and also on the rears, to replace them or to service them. So the first job on the front, remove the front wheel. I've already loosened all the bolts off, make it easier. 25mm hex bolt. That is a hex spanner, adjustable spanner, whatever you do for that. Wheel should come off, might be a little bit tight if you haven't took your wheels off for a little while. Now the easiest way I've found to get to this is to remove your front screw from there. I've already removed it. And then this pin will push out, like so. Remove your top link bolt, like that. And then freeze that up. And then lastly, remove your steering arm. This will then, that comes out like that, that bolts out. Pull the drive shaft out with your boot, and that then gives us access to the front hub, which we can now work on. So for the rear, same 25mm nut. Again, I've already loosened these off. If you haven't took your wheels off regularly, these will be a bit of a tight fit, but that comes off easy enough. And here is the rear axle. Similar to the front, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove that bolt there and the top link, and then we'll be able to remove this axle. So removed that bolt, remove our top link. Like so. Then push this pin out. Pull the drive shaft boot out, and there we have our rear hub assembly to work on. And for if you have asked what do I use as a workstand, well, I've actually just used one I use for the UDI. It's a 3D printed one, ever so strong, so there's no problems with the strength of 3D printed parts. If you do want anything like that, then just leave a message in the comments, or if you search RC 3D Prints on Facebook, I'll leave a link below. You can find us on there. So here is our front assembly. We could have undone these bolts, nut and bolt there, and just pulled that bit out and left this bit on the car if we wanted, but I think because you've got a nut on there, it's more difficult to do that, so I've just taken off the front yoke assembly. So the first thing to do to get this apart to service the item is there's a grub screw in here which holds the pin in. Now when you actually got the the wheel on, this can't come out anyway, so this really only is for when you've got the wheels off. It will likely to be pretty tight. I've already slackened it off on this one, but your chances are it'll be quite tight. This particular one's got 3mm in it. Sometimes they're 2mm, sometimes they're 2.5. It just depends. So make sure you've got the right driver in there. Make sure you've got a good quality driver in there. So once that is slackened off, the pin may fall out, or you may have to push it out. So there, it actually just came out under its own will. So this now we'll just pull off, maybe a little bit tight. In this case it comes off nice and easily. Drive shaft then pushes out like that, and then we have access to the parts that we want to service. So now we just need to push the bearings out. It's one of them, and you can then just push out the back one like so, and these are our bearings. We can see what they're like. Now what I do just to see how they feel, put them on a tapered shaft of some sort. So I use some needle nose pliers. Just feel that bearing. Does it feel graunchy? Does it feel notchy? This one feels silky smooth. And this one feels fine as well, no problem with them. But what would you do if these bearings were notchy, graunchy, or even didn't turn at all if they're C's? Well, you've got a couple of options. If you're really careful, you can actually prise out the seals on some of these bearings, the seal retaining clips on there. Sometimes there'll be a rubber which you just ping out. Others will be actually just a clip that goes around there. But to be fair, these bearings are so cheap that I would just replace them. Don't necessarily get the Losi parts, just measure your bearing size, measure the outside bearing size of the bearing, the inside diameter and your width, and you can get the same bearing much cheaper from many different places. So that's what I would do there. If you're just giving a bit of a service, well, what I would do is just drop a few drops of machine oil or proper bearing oil if you've got it into there. Work it in there just so they feel nice and smooth. If you wanted to try and recover an old set of bearings that had seized up, you could leave these overnight in some penetrating oil or something like that. But I think that's a false economy. So my thoughts are, if the bearings feel good, fine, a couple of drops of oil. If they're bad, then replace them. Simple as that. And so to reassemble it, it's just the reverse of what we've just done. There's no spacers that go in here. Literally, you just have a bearing that pushes into there. As you can see, it finishes flush with the outside of the hub carrier, and then that one goes on the inside. You can just push it there. And if you want to just check, push your axle through like so. Put on your hex, slide in your pin. And again, actually, that's a good point. Check your pin. Is your pin bent? Is it the right pin? That's often a problem, can be a problem. They'll be bent. People lose when they put in. I've seen nails put in here, so make sure it is the right pin. And again, you don't need to go and buy the proper Losi items. Measure it, just get a normal roll pin, and then you can get them for pennies. So that goes back in there. Tighten this up. Again, you could put a bit of thread lock on here. I'm not going to bother because I service these trucks regularly. To make sure it's nice and tight, just use a spanner on there. Only got adjustable to hand at the moment. Then make sure that's nice and tight, and that we are. That's then ready to go back on the truck. So disassembling the rear is exactly the same as the process as the front. We put a whatever size drive you need. In this instance, I'm a 2.5mm on the back in there. Pin. In this instance, slides out nice and easily. Your hex drive comes off, and then your axle pulls out. Good point to nail check to see whether there's any damage or bent, whether there's any damage or whether that's bent. It's not, it comes out there nicely. And again, it's just a case of pushing out these bearings from the carrier. There's the first one. And there's the second one. Here are our bearings. What do they feel like? You can just put them on your thumb like that. Obviously you get a bit dirty like that. And again, that one feels good. And that one feels good. So I'm not going to do anything with them other than just reassemble it. What I'll just show you is actually how I would oil the bearings. Make sure you give them a really good clean so you don't suck any of the dirt and grit into there when you oil them. And then you can just put one drop there, one drop there. Let it soak in a little bit, work it round. You could leave it to sit for a few minutes, but then importantly, wipe it off afterwards, because no doubt there will be some oil around there and you don't want that attracting any dirt or grit. Reassembling it is exactly the same but in reverse. Push your bearings in, make sure they're pushed all the way home. That one's against flush. Make sure this one is pushed all the way in. Always just use a head of a, or the handle of a driver just to make sure that's in all the way. Pass your axle through. Hex drive on, pin should just slide straight in. You may have some shims to put in here to make sure that end floats to a minimum. This one hasn't. And then we just do up that. Again, put a bit of thread lock on there if you feel the need to. In this case, the boot's just come off. Push the boot on. And that is your bearings out and serviced. And then it's just a case of putting it back on the car. Refitting this is just the opposite to what we did earlier. Put the axle on there, pass the pin through, make sure the drive shaft is located. We will then just put that screw through. This then goes on there. We will then do them up and then put the wheel on. That's job done. So there we go. We've reassembled the rear axle. We just put that pin back through there, fitted the screw on there, fit the top link, drive shaft, just fits the boot over the drive cup, wheel back on. So 25mm hex to do the wheel up. Only got an adjustable at the moment. And that is the rear done. We've serviced the bearings and we've gone to the front. So here we have our front axle assembly back together after the service. We will just put it back onto, I'll move the camera up, you may be able to see we've obviously got to put the drive shaft into the drive cup. Make sure that's nice and clean. That goes back over there like that. Axle through there. Top link in there. Steering through there. And this nut needs to just go back on there. We'll just tighten them all up. So we have put all the bolts back together. Axle back on. We'll just slide the diff gaiter, or sorry, the drive shaft gaiter over the hex, and wheel back on. And that is the front back together. 25mm box to do up your wheel. I'm going to give that hand tight just for the moment. So I hope that's been informative. So we're going to do a whole series on these. If any other thing you want us to cover, please leave a message, and I hope that's been informative. Please do like, share and subscribe, and we'll be back soon. Thanks very much.